No, again infinite number of times. Because here, just try to understand the code, guys. I'm calling it over here, right? And it is initialized, I is initialized to, right? I is initialized to 0. Now 0 is greater than 10. No, it will come down over here, else part it will be printed, right? What is that? There is, after this it is incremented. Clear? What is the value of I now? 1. Now I am calling it again, it will go back over here, right? Yes or no? Again initialization done. What is the value of I now? 0 again. So again it will never end. This one also will never end. Now that's what the major purpose of showing is this one only. Now you see this again, you will get the same problem. Okay, then what is the solution for this? What is the solution for this? Just pass the I value while calling. So here I will take it I. I is what? Is an argument, right? I am passing the value of I over here, 1 over here. Okay. Now what is the I value, guys? 1. Now I is greater than 1 is greater than 10. So it will come to else part. Now here what will become the I value? 2. Now while I'm calling this one, I have to pass it on the value over here. Now I will pass it on the I value. Can I do that? Now what is the value of I? 2. 2 will be going into this I. Now 2 is greater than 10. Now then it will come down this one. Now what is the I value will become? 3. Now I am passing again I. Now what I'm passing? 3 I am passing. 3 will be getting into this I, right? I is greater than 10? No. So this will be going on. Now once the I becomes 11, okay, definitely 11 is passed over here. 11 is greater than 10? Yes. Then what it will do? Return. Return means whenever you see a return keyword, automatically you should get to your mind that it will return a value to the main program. It will return a value to the main program. So this will throw you out of this particular infinite loop and it will put you on the main line, main program line. Okay. Now this is how the recursion works, guys. Now you see this, you should be a bit cautious about this. That's it. Now you may say that, come and say that, sir, we can do the same thing with the loops also. Yes, you can do it. Now, don't ask me that where exactly you will use this recursion. There was using this one effectively in the olden days now, but now no one will be using this recursion effectively. Now, there is one more example I will show you. Maybe that may be useful for you. This one is now, I can, instead of this one, printing this one, I can print the number also. I'll copy this one. So you're copying? Huh? చెప్పొచ్చుగా కాపీ చేస్తున్నామని అది కూడా నేనే అడగన్నా ఇంత మొహమాటం అయితే ఎట్లా బాబు this is your program. Okay, now this one is a one which I am changing it. In this case, instead of this one, I will print I. Can I print I? Yes, I can print I. No problem about that. I can print I over here. Okay, what is the I value will be? Now if someone is copying this one, guys, this is the one. Now what is the I value, guys? It will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So what I'm doing, literally I'm printing the values from 1 to 10. That's it, I'm doing it. See, I'm printing the values 1 to 10. Okay, guys, done. Now, see, there is now, I want to print the table. Okay, I want to print, just call the function and I want to print the table. So first thing is I'm passing on the initial value over here. Okay, I'm passing on the initial value. Guys, don't initialize over here. Never do that. Okay, because again, it will be a problem. Now I'm passing an initial value 1 over here. I want to print the table. What table I want to print? I want to take the table number from the user. Can I take the table number from the user? How I will do? Input of enter table number. Okay, they enter the table number. I'm closing this one, guys. It looks very congested. This one. Okay, table number. This I'm taking from the user and I'm getting it in where? Num, right? I'm getting in the num. Now, after this, I'm calling the function. In the function, I'm passing two values. One is a table number. Second one is initial value. So here I will give it as num comma initial value. And here I will take it as n comma I. I is for the initial, n is for the number, the table which I want to print it. I got the two values over here. Okay, clear, guys? Now here I will put the condition the same. Okay, let me do this for you people. Okay, now this one is comfortable. Okay, I will write it this one as tab, function tab. Sorry, guys. Let it be there. I will take the other one. Okay, now I have a function called as tab. This will take two arguments. One is a table name and the initial value. Table name is like table number is like if I want to print the 5 table. Okay, now I value is 5 ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be there. That value is I and table is 5. Okay, now that is what it is showing. I'm calling the table. This is done. Now let's talk about the logic over here. Obviously the I value should increment and I value should be going from 1 to maximum 10, right? Till 10 only, because our table will be 5 into 1, 5 2s are, 5 3s are, 5 4s are, like that. 5 till 10 it will be. So I will give a condition if, okay, if I is greater than 10, then what it has to do? Return. Just how you use the break inside the loop, we are using the return. Return will be getting you out of this one. I will use the return. Else, print the table. How to print the table? Num n plus, I will use it, or n comma star, right? Star comma I comma n into I. Good. Got it, guys? This is what it is going to print it. Now we have to increment the I value, right? Definitely have to increment I is equals to I plus 1. Okay. Now then what I have to do it? I have to call this table again. So tab of, in this tab is accepting how many parameters? 2 parameters, 2 arguments. Now what is one is n, second one is I. Just give the n comma I, but I value will be constantly changing, guys. All the time the I value will be getting changed. Okay, now let me run this one. I should get the table. I'm trying it out. So got it? Just I'm showing. Now you may ask me, while loop load another answer. Please don't ask such questions. Okay. Now, one more a bit complicated thing that is what I want to explain you actually. Now you can go with this if you want to copy it. I will do it. So how many people completed Python over here? 1, 2, 3, वो भी 4, 5. कुछ भी नहीं आया था अभी तक, देखा भी नहीं पाइथन को, यही फर्स्ट टाइम है। फिर कल परसों कहाँ थे? महाराष्ट्र। ठीक है। How many people are attending the Python? You are not attending. You don't know what you mean by you don't know. There is a simultaneously a Python class is going, which will be a free of cost. Who said that every day there will be new batches will be starting? Every alternate week or something like that. Every week there will be a batch will be starting. You can go and attend it. And there will be a Linux also. Linux should attend అవుతారా? Linux అంటే ఏంది? Operating system అది, Windows లా. You are attending the Linux also. Linux will be also free of cost. If not started, you have to go and ask why they will come and mention you paid the fees, right? Finish. There is a batch which is started yesterday at 6 p.m. I think so. Yesterday 6 p.m. a batch is started on the Linux. Please attend the Linux. It is going free of cost. So Python you attended, Linux you attended. Don't leave these things. They are very important. Mostly, you know, whenever you are dealing with the high-end projects, we will be using the Linux or Ubuntu. They will call it as Linux, Ubuntu. They are the flavors of the Unix. So you will be using it. You will be knowing that small commands, they will say nothing else. How we will do the Windows, how to open up the folder, how to create a file, that those simple commands they will tell you. So it will be useful for you how to learn how to run the Linux environment. Linux or Ubuntu or Unix, they will call it as. Okay, it's always better to know that, and that is very secure. Linux operating system is very secure compared to the, there won't be a virus. Okay guys, now there is one more thing I want to show you over here. You know what is a factorial? Huh? చెప్పండి, తెలుసా లేదా? తెలియదా ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్? ఏంటి చెప్పు మరి. अरे మరి कॉपी కొట్టినా అంటావు. फैक्टोरियल नहीं मालूम? हाँ बोलो फिर, कितने बार पूछा मैंने? फैक्टोरियल क्या होता है? हाँ, मल्टीपल से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं या 1 to itself कौन सा कितने भी नंबर है उससे मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं? हाँ, बढ़िया यार, हाँ समझ में आ गया जी हमें. थैंक यू वेरी मच. व्हाट यू सेड इज करेक्ट. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ తెలియదా మీకు? చెప్తలేరా? తెలుసా? చెప్పట్లేదు ఎందుకు? ఎస్ అంటే వై అంట, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ అంట, అంతేనా? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is what is factorial. Okay, this is what is called as. Now it can be anything. It can be 5 to 4 you multiply or 1 to 5 you multiply. It's up to you. You will get the factorial, right? This is what is a factorial. I want to get the 5 factorial. Cheppan. I will take the number int of input of enter a number to find factorial. Okay, now what is the logic? Take the number వచ్చింది 5. Then what you have to do? You have to multiply from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5. Anything you can do it. Simple 1 to 5 వరకు నంబర్ జనరేట్ చేయాలంటే ఎలా జనరేట్ చేస్తారు? तेलुगु समझ में नहीं आता. How you will generate the numbers from 1 to 5, 1 to number, whatever number is given over here. How to generate the numbers over here? Using the loop, for loop. For I in range of 1 to num plus 1. Num plus 1. Okay. Now you see this. What is that? Print I. Ona? Ochina numbers? I'm giving 5. Got it? Numbers. All you have to do is multiply them. That's it. Take a variable P is equals to, or F, or fact, anything you can take it, any variable is equals to 1. You have to do it 1. Whenever you are multiplying, initialize with 1. Whenever you are doing addition or the count, initialize with 0. Now fact is equals to fact into I. Okay, clear? Now that is what? Print fact. You'll be getting the factorial. Give it 5. 120. I got it. Now this one we can do it with recursion function. Now again there will be a bit complicated. Now I just wanted to show you that most of the time they will be asking you to write this program. If they wanted to write it, ask you to write it in the interview, they will ask you to write the factorial only. Yeah, correct Balendra. But क्या हो रहा है? पूरा आउटपुट 0 आएगा आपको. क्या कर रहे हो यार? कुछ भी लिख देते हो. You will execute this one, your output will be 0. हाँ, ठीक है. Thanks. Now, let me do this, guys. I will define a function called as fact. Any name you can give it. I'm giving a fact. Okay. This will take one number, okay, which has to generate the factorial. First, one num n, which will generate the factorial. Second one is the initial value. What is the initial value? 1 will be the initial value. I will take it in the I. 2 values I'm taking. N is for the number for which you will find out the factorial. I is the initial value. Okay, this is what is a function definition. Now I want to call this function. Before that, I will use that same thing to get the num value. Okay, clear? We got the num over here. Now I'm taking, this is in the main program line. This is a definition. Just ignore the definition. Now I'm taking the number. I will call the fact function. I will pass it on num. Num is what? The number which we want to find out the factorial. Initial value is 1, right? It will get the 1. Now we passed on this one. Num will be going into n and 1 will be getting into I. Based on what argument it is? Positional argument, guys. Okay, positional argument. Now, solution. Okay. Now I will say that if I value will be what? Usually it will start from 1, then it will go to 2, 3, 4, 5, up till what time, what it has to go until it should be equal to that number. Until it is equal to that number. So I will say that once it is greater than num, what I will do it? Return. Return. Okay, n. Thank you. Return 0. Okay. It will return 0. Else, or return 1, not 0. 1 over here. Okay. Else if you want to do it, or if you want to directly put it, it's up to you. Else, or let's do it like this. Return fact is equals to n comma I. plus 1. Antena? Here I will give it as A or F is equals to return 0. Here it will go back. Okay, I have to do the multiplication. Like here I will give it as I into, sorry, I into, okay, I into. Now this will get, it will go to the 1, or I will explain you, not to worry about. I'm checking myself. I didn't do it. It's been a long time. So 1 will be coming down. Then it will go to the next one. Okay. Okay. Let me try it out whether I will get it or not. Or I have to go it in the reverse order. I think so. No error. Good. Or 120. It's working. 7. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Now, what is the mechanism behind this, guys? What is the mechanism behind this? Anyone? Babu? Male. See, a simple mechanism will be there over here. Again, I'm not making so much of notes because this is not important for you. See, just imagine this is you. Okay, this is you. Now you want to get a piece of paper which is just like a map, having the map over here. This is a map for a treasure or something like that. You want to get a paper. Now you came to know that this is at a person called as A. You went and asked the A. Now he said that, Sarji, you are having the map is splitted up into 4 pieces, teared into 4 pieces. I am having only 1 piece. Now you will ask, where is the second piece? Then it will say that go to B over here. There is a person B. Go and get the second piece over there. Then I will give the first piece. That's what he will say. Come and show me the second piece. I will show it. Now what you will do, you will go to this guy. And he said that he promised you he will give it once you get the second piece. Now he will go to this one and he will ask the second piece. Now this guy says, why don't you go to the C, which is holding the third piece? Okay. Now then what you will do, you from here you will go to B. Then from B it will go to the C. Now from here he will ask you to send it to D and go and get the fourth piece from the D. Then I will give it. Now what you will do, you will go to the fourth. Now what you collected the fourth piece over here. Then when you come down and show to him the fourth piece, he will give the third piece. You got the third piece over here. From here, you will come down and show the third piece to him. He will give you the second piece. You got the second piece. From here, come down and show the second piece. You will get the, what you will do it? You will get the complete one. Okay. The same mechanism will be going on over here. Okay. Now, if you see the code over here, hey, Nazia, you are given the solution for me. Return 1. Oh, return 1 question mark. Yeah, okay. I will tell you. I will tell you why it is. Now see this, guys. This is the code I am having, right? This is a code. Now let me take this code. Okay. I will print it over here. Just see this if it is completely, yeah, it is good enough for us. Okay. Now let's see this. Just ignore the caps and all those things. Don't say that it's an error. Okay. This one. Now just see this, guys. First time I'm copying this one again. Let me take it only 3. Okay, just see this. First, I'm passing on 3 over here. The value of n is equals to how much? 3. I value is 1. We are passing I value is 1. Now n value over here is 3. This one is 3. I value is 1 over here. Now what is the condition? I is greater than n. What is I? 1. N is 3. Is it true? No. So it will come down over here. Okay, it will come down over here. Now just imagine this. I is what? I into, we are talking about some factor over here. Fact n comma I plus 1. Okay. Now what is the purpose over here? What is the purpose over here? We are multiplying it. And before returning, it has to do the multiplication. So remember this, before returning, it has to do the multiplication. So it has to do the multiply. So what is the I value? 1 into, it want to do it. It will go and try to do the multiplication with the next number. But what is that is there over here? It is again a calling a function. So what it will do, okay, there is a function is called. So it will go and call the function again. Okay. Now I'm showing you in a separate because actually it will go and call the same function. If I show you like this, it will be confused. So that's the reason why I'm showing it. It is calling the fact function. This is the second instance. Now n value will be what? 3. I value is what? 2, because you are incrementing the I value over here. Can you see this? I'm incrementing the I value over here. So it will become 2. Okay. Now here it will enter into this. I value is 2 is greater than 3. No. So it will not enter this one. It will be scrapped. Now come down over here. Okay. Now again it is saying that I value is 2 into I have to do something. But again we are calling it a function. Now this function is called again. Okay. Now what is the value of I over n over here? 3. I value will become 3. Okay. Now it will enter into this. And after this, I is greater than 3. No. So it will do it again. Now what is the I value here? 3. Remember this 3. And again it want to do multiplication, but here we are calling it again. It will call the function again. Just see it. I have to put it one more time. Okay. Observe it, guys. Okay, it's there. No problem. Now, what is the value of n over here? 3. I value is 4. Okay. Now look at the condition. Is this true? No. भाई ऐसा वाला ऐसा नहीं बीच में नहीं है या नहीं? 4 is not greater than 3. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is this condition is true? Yes. So it will enter into this. What will happen? Return. And the basic principle of the return is where it will return the value. Wherever it is called, it will return the value. That's what I said it. What happens is the function, wherever it is called, it will go and execute and return to the place wherever it is called. If you are calling from the main program, the value will be returned to the main program. Here, what is the value here? 1. So where it will return? Here it will return. Okay, it will return. What it will return here? What it will come down, guys? 1. So 1 I am going to putting down over here. 1 into 3 is what? 3. Okay, here it is 3 is there. This again will return. Where it will return? Wherever it is called. Here it is called. So it will come down over here. What value is coming down over here? 3 is coming down. 3 into I value is 2. How much it is? 6 will be there. Now again it is returning. Okay. Now when you return again, I have to go this side. Okay. Now if it will return over here, sorry. Now, from here, it is having 6 over here. Now, this value is 6. Total value is 6 over here. Remember this. Total value is 6. 6 will be returned. Where it will return? Wherever this second time the function is called. Here, the 6 will be returned. Now, what is the value of I? 1. 1 into 6 is what? 6. That will be returned. Where it will return? Wherever this function is called. First time where this function is called? In the main program. There it will return it. Okay, guys? This is the way it will go. Now, suppose if this is 0. 0 is returned over here. 0 into anything is 0. Again, it will come down 0 over here. 0 into anything is 0. Again, 0. Total output will be 0. Okay, Nazia, you got your answer? Any questions on this? Now, this is again, you have to understand this. Okay, but usually they will not ask you, they will not ask the question like this. They will ask you to write the program like this, like the factorial. If they ask you to write any recursion function, write any of those, any of these things. I gave you 3 of them. You can write any of them. No problem about that. Again, remember this, guys. They will not give you a system. They will not ask you just on the oral basis. They will definitely ask you right on the paper. So you should be really confident. Again, if you are doing the mistake like what I did the mistake, I've done some of the blunder mistake. D is caps. Now R is caps. This is not going to be accepted. Actually, when I execute it, they are not bothered about that. They are much bothered about the syntax. What is your approach towards the problem? So this is how the things will be going on. This I will share you. Check it out. The same second one will be coming up for you. Then please look into that. I will write it with recursion. Okay, just check it out. This one down, it is there. Recursion function is nothing but a function which calls itself is called as recursion function. Clear, guys? Now, guys, you must have heard about lambda, right? What is a lambda? Antena. Actually, what is the use? Babu, Peru? Prem. Bolo. Lambda function. What is a lambda function and what is the use of the lambda function? भूल गए राठौड़ ना कुछ राठौड़ सर का नाम गुप्ता आप कहां पर अटेंड कर रहे हो आपको हो गया कौन सा कॉन्सेप्ट पे हो आज से ज्वाइन हो रहे हैं क्या बढ़िया आंसर है हाँ नॉन what is anonymous okay why Balaji I don't want the answers from the online people because you will be searching in the internet. I know that. If you want to come here. We will have it. Quiz. Okay. Now tell me, what is anonymous mean? Anonymous mean English word. Who is not known, who is not having any identification. The perfect name is the person who is not having any identification. They call it as an anonymous person. A anonymous person came and visited us, or a anonymous broke down into the house, something like that. Anonymous means we don't know his identity. Now, what is a lambda is called as an anonymous function. Now, question adutan. Okay, I will ask you a question. It is an anonymous function. Okay, lambda is an anonymous function. That is no name. Correct? Okay. No name. Okay. And you know, when there is no name, obviously you can't call it. అంతే కదా, ఇప్పుడు మీకు పేరు లేకుంటే నేను ఎట్లా పిలుస్తా? పిలవలేను మిమ్మల్ని. న్యాచురల్ గా నేను బాబు 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 అని అరవాలి, అంతేనా? అర్థమైంది కదా? అర్థమవుతుంది, ఎందుకు కాదు? ఓకే, yeah Jafar, that's correct. Anonymous means the one which is, you know, there is no meaning. Okay, no name, no identity. The perfect term is no identity. Okay, first thing. Now there is one more, is there is no definition. Definition means, why, what is definition? I am asking. In the function, what is definition? How you define a definition? def keyword, right? What you will put it inside that definition? Definition के अंदर name लगाते हो क्या? Block of code will be there. What is that block of code? Inside this, now this is a function, right? This is a function. This is the definition block. This is the definition. What is this is called? Huh? फिर से ठीक है, ये पूरा क्या है? हाँ, ఇదేంది మొత్తం ఫంక్షన్ డెఫినిషన్ కాదా? కాదా? ఇట్లా అంటావు మరి, ఇది ఫంక్షన్ డెఫినిషన్ అంటే మరి దీన్ని ఏమంటావు? ఫంక్షన్ డిక్లరేషన్. దిస్ is called as declaration. This total is called as definition. And what is this part is called as? Huh? No, the perfect terminology. Okay, I'm asking him. Huh? Evanto? Function body. Yeah, you can say that function body, but it is called as unknown. This is called as implementation of the function. Okay, see, actually the function నాకు తెలియదు, మీకు తెలుసు అనుకున్నాను, నేను చెప్తుంటలేదు. యూజువల్లీ యాపిల్ అంటే ఏబిసిలు తెలుసుంటేమో అనుకుంటారు కదా. I thought like that. Okay, now అర్థమైందా? I thought that you know these fundamentals. Okay, that's the reason why I didn't went through this. So function will be having two parts kada. Edi function definition and function calling. This is a function definition and this is the function calling. Function calling. Okay, this function definition, this part, the logic where you are going to put down, that is called as implementation of the function. Okay, now this part is called as declaration of the function. In total, it is called as definition of the function. Don't get confused. This is the total definition of the function. This part is a declaration of the function. What is this? Implementation of the function. If this is not there, if the implementation is there, not there, what will be the alternate terminology I have to use it over there? What is the keyword I have to use it? Pass. If there is no implementation of the function, use the pass keyword. Okay, this is mandatory for us. We have seen that what is the pass. Okay, which tells us the interpreter that okay, we are defining or declaring a function over here, but there is no related statements to that under this. Okay, clear guys? Now please don't go and ask these questions to the lecturer who is teaching you. He will get frustrated. Okay, and please don't do that. And please, vice versa, the same thing. Okay, now this is for your terminology. Now if I use it tomorrow, I will definitely use the word. There is no implementation of the function, means there is no business logic inside this. There is no implementation of the function or the method, I say, means that there will be no logic over there. Okay, this is what is that. So there is no definition. This definition is not there inside the lambda. Okay, lambda function, no definition, no name. Name nahi hai, to definition bhi nahi hai. So how you will call? Can we call the lambda function? No, we can't call it, right? So usually officially we can't call it. No calling. Officially name to name lekute. If we are not having the name, we can't call it. So you can take it as no calling, but there is a way we will be calling it. Now this is a no reusability. No. What do you mean by reusability? We can use it again. You defining it one time and we can use it n number of times. That is called as reusability. Okay. Now what, there is no reusability. There is no name at all. So how you will call the function? You can't call it n number of times. So it is no name, no definition, no implementation. Okay, implementation will be there. No reusability. And there is no return keyword. If I forget anything, just say this. No reusable, no return keyword. There is no return keyword. No way. Okay. Now, next one is, it is a lightweight function. Okay. Before this, I will say that. Okay. Just ignore this one, guys. Now, this is a single inline function. Inline function. What do you mean by inline function, guys? Inline function, one line. Inline means one line. Okay. Now we have seen before also one line coding. Where we have seen it? List comprehension, if comprehension, and dictionary comprehension. These all are one line. They are called as inline functions. Okay. So this is inline, not the inline function. That is an inline object. Now this is an inline function. Inline means single line function. Obviously, when there is single line, definition ledu, there is no definition. Logic implementation will be done in a single line. So it is very fast, right? This is very fast in execution. Okay, very fast in execution. Obviously, when okay, I will put it on this one above. When it is a single line, then it is a lightweight function, and after that, it is a very fast in execution. Is there anything I'm missing it out over here? Okay, if there is anything, we will see it. Okay, now these are the things. I will put it on over here. Okay. Now let's see this. I will put it on over here. Okay. It is a no name. Okay. No definition, no reusability, no return. Okay. Because there is no of them, these are the advantages. What are the advantages? It is a one line. Only one line you will be doing it. Okay, and it is a lightweight function, guys. It is a very, very lightweight one. Okay, now it is very fast in execution, very, very fast in execution compared to that of another. Okay, guys, like we will do a small change. I just remember it. Tomorrow we will have the backup of the functions. Tomorrow we will have it, because we can't complete the lambda now. Tomorrow we will complete it definitely. After that, I will explain the functions also to you once again. Okay. Now, this is the major. Now the question is, the guys, hello, sir, Ashok garu, we get question. Where you will use this? Andegara, we are having a very good function. Okay. That is having a definition. That is having a calling. Okay. Definition on the calling on the name on the. How many times you can call that? N number of times. N number of times you can call it. No problem at all. You can call it N number of times. But there is one more side. You have the lambda function. This is a anonymous lambda function. They call it as lambda function with anonymous. Anonymous is there's no name. No name means you can't call it officially. When you can't call first time only, repeated times you can't call it. Okay, officially you can't call it. There is a way it is. You can't call it. Now there is no definition, no reusability, no reusing, no return keyword. It will return, no return keyword will be there. You can use it in our traditional function. We can use the return keyword very comfortably. We can use it. Now, ఏది better? అదే better. Traditional. ఇప్పటిదాకా నేర్చుకుంది better. Lambda function, where we use that. అర్థం కాలేదు. చెప్పు పర్లేదు. ఏమన్నా షూర్ ప్రామిస్ చెప్పు. కాదు, నా క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే వాట్ ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఇస్ ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఈస్ ఎ లాంబ్డా ఫంక్షన్ ఇస్ దేర్ షుడ్ బి సమ్ యూసేజ్. పిచ్చోల్ కాదుగా అంత పెద్దగా చేసి. సో దేర్ ఇస్ సమ్ యూసేజ్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూసేజ్ ఆఫ్ ద లాంబ్డా? What is the usage of the lambda? Where exactly you will be using the lambda? हाँ नहीं आया है अभी तक, नहीं पढ़े. बढ़िया आंसर है जी. Anyone? Where is the usage, guys? ఇక్కడ వాడతారో తెలియదా? ఏం చెప్తావు మరి? క్వశ్చన్ అడిగితే ఎక్కడో ఇన్నా అంటావా? మరి what you will say, guys? Online आप सर्च कर सकते हैं. What is the online people like? What is the usage of the lambda? It's a single line. Okay, it's a single line. It's single line. Okay, good. It is very fast. Okay, it's a lightweight. It's okay. This is the advantages. But where exactly you will use this? Anyone? Sir ji? आपको मालूम है मैं बुलाऊंगा बोल के, इसलिए उस तरफ देख रहे हैं. मैंने बहुत किया ये बचपन में. हाँ बोलो. Yeah, this is a good thing. What I'm asking is these questions will come down definitely. See, the advantage of the lambda function is it can be a element of an object. Function, it can be an element, a part of an object. An object will be there. Object can be anything, right? You know that in the Python, whatever you take it, it is an object. So lambda function can be a part of the another object, which is not possible with the traditional function. Or so the major usage is it can be a part of the another object. Function is it can be a element of the another. It can be invoked into the another object. It can be an element. क्या बोला मैंने इससे पहले? हाँ, part of another Python object. Now, what are the other Python object is? Just I'm giving you. It can be invoked into list. It can be invoked into list, and it can be invoked into the dictionary, and it can also, the second major advantage is it is an input, source of input to the higher order function. Now, what is the higher order function? Okay. As a question, what is an higher order function? What is higher order function, guys? Okay, have you seen, someone was asking me over there, Raja Pratap, Yeah, it is a shortcut for the declaration of small anonymous function. Search kare kya kahin? If you search, I will not ask you question. If you say I didn't search, I will ask you a question. Raja, you didn't search. Good. So my question is, here we are using the anonymous function, right? Mera question kya hai? What is the usage? Why you have to use it? Okay, V Rao sir. Why you have to use that one anonymous function? That was my question. I gave the answer over here. So it can be a part of the other Python object like list and tuple, list or dictionary or anything. This is not possible with our functions, guys. It is not possible with the functions, traditional functions. Second thing is, it can be source of input to higher order function. What do you mean by higher order function is, here whenever you are taking a function, guys, any function which is accepting, now function can consist of two things, right? One is the declaration or definition, and second one is calling part. Two parts will be there. A function will be having a definition and calling part. In the definition, calling, and what are the features is, you can pass the arguments into the function. Can you do that? Yes, we can pass the arguments. Can you get the output from the, can you get an value out of the function? Yes. How you'll do that? Using return keyword. Okay, by using the return keyword, we can get the value out of the function, and passing on the arguments, we can pass it on the arguments. Now, any function, remember this, any function whose argument is the another function reference is called as a higher order function. Okay, a function whose argument is another function reference, a function which accepts another function reference as an argument is called as higher order function. A function which accepts reference of another, okay, reference, another function reference as argument is called higher order function. So a function which accepts another function reference as an argument is called higher order function, guys. Remember this. This is the definition of the higher order function. Now lambda can be, now what is this? Arguments will be, arguments means which will accept the value. Now lambda can be an argument of the higher order function. So here lambda will be the argument. Here the lambda will be the source of the argument. Now I don't know like where to write this one. Don't get mixed up. Try to write it differently. Okay, this is nothing but the higher order function, guys. Remember this. This is again about the higher order function. Don't get confused. Now the example of the higher order function. Now there is a higher order function. What are the examples of the higher order function? Answer map, reduce, filter. Okay, these are the three higher order functions which accepts function reference as an argument, another function reference as an argument. Not to worry about, I'm going to show you very clearly. I will show you with the traditional function and also with the lambda function. Both I'm going to show you. Okay, guys. Now this is now again how to define a lambda function. In Python, you have a couple of ways to make the function. Yes. First one is a traditional way. Traditional way is using the def keyword. This is small d. Def keyword, it creates a function object and assign it a name. A name is assigned to that. So you can call this one, you have the definition, over here, and you can call this function, you can call it, and you can return a value from this function, return value using return keyword. keyword. Now coming down to the lambda function. Lambda function is by using lambda keyword, it will create a inline and return it as a result. Now I will explain you what is this. This is completely copyation. Dev, I didn't get your question. What is that, sir? Higher order, higher order. Spelling mistake చేసిన ఇక్కడ mistake చేసిన other order, sorry, other అని రాసిన higher order function, guys, sorry for that. Now what is this will do it is, okay, a lambda function is a unnamed and lightweight anonymous function, okay, and it can accept a number of arguments. It can accept a number of arguments, but can only have a single expression and returns only single value. Okay, I'm completing that one. So this is again, if you don't understand, just ignore this one. Okay, now here you can see this is a definition. A lambda function is an unnamed and lightweight anonymous function. It can accept any number of, you can say it, accept n number of arguments, but can only have a single expression. Don't copy it, just wait. With single expression and return only single value. Okay, return a single value over here. Now let me discuss this one, how the lambda function looks. You know, I have a broad view now. A lambda function is a nameless function. There won't be any name. There won't be any definition. There won't be any return keyword. Return keyword undadu, but it will return only one value. Don't get confused. It will return a one value. By default, it will return one value, but you can't use the return keyword. Okay. Now, next one is it will have, or it can accept n number of arguments. As we pass it on the n number of arguments into our traditional function, the same way we can pass it on n number of arguments, and it will return only one value. Okay, return. Now, what is the advantage of the lambda is it is an inline function, single line function. It is very easy. Okay, it is a elegant way of defining a function. Okay, very easy. Then it is being a single line, it is a lightweight function. So this is a lightweight function, and it is very, very fast in execution. Very fast in execution. Okay. Now this is the way we can do it. Lambda. Now, do you remember the list comprehension, guys? Right? It will be just like that. That's why I said it. They are all interconnected. Now, let's see that how the lambda is being defined. I will give it as lambda. Okay. There should be a keyword lambda, and it will have the two parts. Two parts over here. Okay. This is the first part, and this is the second part. Okay, first part and the second part. This first part consists of this first part and second part are separated by the colon. Remember this, there is a colon is there. Okay, I will increase the font. Can you see this? There is a colon is there. Okay, this is the first part, and this is the second part. They are separated by the colon. Now, what is the first part consists of? Part 1. Part 1 consists of arguments. Arguments. Okay, this is nothing but in our Python, in list comprehension, we call it as input sequence. Input sequence. And what is the second part consists of? Yes, sorry, condition is one of them, but what is a perfect term is we, that is called as expression. In our lambda, in our list comprehension, we call it as output expression. That means, like, what is the logic we are going to apply? Now condition means only condition we are going to apply. Sometime a plus b just 10 plus 20 we will do it. That is not a condition, right? It is an expression. So it can be a condition or it can be a business logic. Any business logic you can give it. Okay guys, part one is the argument. Second one is, part two is the expression. Okay, now this one is optional. Optional means you can give it, you can't give it, it's up to you. Now let's do with the things. So first we will do it with the lambda. That's a keyword, small lambda, and I'm giving it with the two variables I'm giving it. Lambda, I said it, there will be two parts, right? First part and second part, these two are separated by the colon. Now where I have to give these two variables, two arguments? Which side? In the first part or the second part? Just go through this. This is the first part. Okay, this is my first part, that is before the colon, and there is a second part after the colon, right? Now this one, just go through this one. Part one is used for input seekers. What is that? Before that I use the word arguments. Now second part is used for, so here when I want to pass two arguments, where I have to mention them? Two arguments means two values we should require. Two values I am passing on. Those two values it has to accept inside the function, right? How you will write it? If I am having a DEF function over here, DEF, my function name is sky. Okay. Now I want to pass on two arguments to this function. Then what I have to do it, if I'm passing on two arguments, that has to be hold in the two values, then that has to hold in the two arguments. I will give it as n1 and n2. Now n1 will hold what? First argument, first value. Second argument, n2 will be holding the second value, whichever I'm passing on. How you will pass it on the value, guys? Sky of 10, 20. Now 10 will be getting into n1, 20 will be getting into n2. Right? Now these are what? Arguments. These are arguments. What is the purpose of the arguments? To hold the values which are coming from the calling part. Whenever it is passing on from the calling part, any values, that is be hold. The same here, the n1, n2 is the two arguments which hold the two values. Here, how many values I am passing on? Two values. So we require two arguments to hold it. n1, n2. Okay guys, two. Where it is, these arguments? Before the colon, that is in the first part. What about the second part? Second part consists of, what do you mean by expression? It is a business logic. Whatever the operation you want to perform, it can be a condition, it can be an condition, or it can be an list comprehension, it can be a normal expression also. Normal expression is if you want to do the addition, n1 plus n2. Okay, now we have done only one part, that is, first part of defining a lambda function. Now how to call this? How to call this? అంతేనా ఇది అట్లా షోపీస్ లా పెట్టుకుందామా? ఎలా మరి ఇది? దీని పర్పస్ ఏంది? What is the lambda function purpose? What is the purpose of the lambda function? सूरज मिला क्या कुछ? అంటే హైయర్ ఆర్డర్ లో పెడితే పెట్టకపోతే పని చేయదా ఇది మరి? That is one of the actual usage of that. It doesn't mean to say that it will not work before that, right? Now for example, you are having a laptop. Office వాళ్ళు ఇస్తారు కదా ల్యాప్టాప్. ఎందుకు ఇస్తారు? ఆఫీస్ పని చేయమని, అంతే కదా. ఇంటికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఆఫీస్ పని చేస్తావా? సినిమాలు చూస్తా. సింపుల్ థింగ్, నేను కూడా చూస్తాను. ఇట్స్ అ కామన్ థింగ్. It doesn't mean to say that if I'm not doing the office work, my laptop will not work, right? It will work. The same way, lambda usage is for what? Put it as an input to the higher order function, but it will work means yes, it should work. Okay. Actually, I said you one thing. Lambda will, as see this one. No name, no definition, no reusability, and return keyword. And okay, I wrote it somewhere. Lambda will here return only one value. It returns only one value, right? It returns only one value, single value. So a single value ni ekkada catch cheyali, right? You have to catch that. This is giving us a single value. What is a single value? It is giving us adding of the two numbers. It is giving us the adding of these two numbers. For example, if I am saying is 10 and 20 I am passing on. Some way I am passing on the 10 and 20 into N1 and N2. Okay. Then what will happen here? It will do the addition. This will be given out. This will be given out. What I have to do it? I will store it in a variable R. Any variable I can store it. Now, what is this R is? R is holding what? Return value, right? Return value. Actually, this R will not hold any return value. In fact, it will hold the address of this lambda. Especially this one, this expression, it will be holding the value. Okay, this expression, whatever the address is there, that address will be there in the R. Now, if I'm doing like this, R of, sorry, I'll use a small r, of 10, 20, then what happens? 10 will be getting into N1, 20 will be getting into N2, and as you execute it, it will returning the expression, that is N1 plus N2, that total will be displayed. Now, don't think that this is the calling of the lambda function. No, they will never say that it is a calling of the lambda function. R is a return variable which is used to execute the lambda function. That's it. It is not a name which is using to call the function. So this is the way you are going to do it. Okay. The other way is, now I'm going to show you what is this other way also. Let me do the lambda function over here, guys. Is it clear? Any questions, guys? Huh? Here I'm using the lambda. Sorry. Now let me write it, guys. Simple function. I'll write it normal function. Okay. Lambda, two parts will be there. Okay. I want 3 arguments should be passed on. What are the arguments? N1, okay, N1, N2, N3. Now I want to add them. Where I have to do the expression? Right side, right? N1 plus N2 plus N3, right? I've done the expression. Expression is some logic. Anything you can do it, you can do it. Now this will return a value. This will return a value, right? What value it will return? Any value it will return. What value it will be? Huh? Now you may say that it depends upon the values, it will return that. No. This expression address will be returned. Expression address will be returned. Now you see this. R is equals to. R is what? A variable, return variable which is holding. Now I'm printing R, guys. Okay, now you don't use the spaces, you are practicing it just to make you understand. N3. Thanks. Now this one, right? If I print R, what will happen? Huh? Address will be printed, right? Or it will give an error. Now, if I run this one, just see this, guys. What is this address? What is this address? This address is of this expression. Remember this. Not you can say this address completely, but specifically why I'm saying is when we use the nested lambdas, then you will understand. That's why I'm giving it. This address is consisting of this expression. Okay, this expression. Now I want to execute it. What I will do it? R of. Now this is R is holding the address of the lambda expression. Now R of. Can I do this? Sure. There's no error. 3 values have to pass. It is expecting 3 values. Okay, it is expecting 3 values. Here I will give it as 10, 100, 1000. Can I pass it on? Now the 10 will be going into this one, where 100 will be going into this one. On what basis? Positional basis. Remember that is applicable over here also. Now can I run this one? What will be the output? Nothing will be output. Print. Now it will be getting the output. What is that? 1000. Clear? Now, clear? And I said you one more thing over here, guys. This is optional. Optional means you can use it, you can't use it. It's up to you. Now I will write, I want to print it a message. Just I want to print a message. Now for printing the message, do I need an argument? No need of argument, right? I don't need an argument. So again, remember this, guys. Don't do the experiment. I said you many times. Every object is having a particular purpose. A particular purpose. Use that one for that purpose only. Don't use it for the as you like it. Don't test that one, because there is learn how to use that one. This object is an purpose of this lambda function is to return a value. It will return a value. Now don't use a print over here. No need to print over there, right? The purpose is to get the value. If you want to use, you can try it out, but it doesn't make any sense. The purpose is to add them or do anything and return a single value over here. Now I'm printing it, the lambda, I'm printing it a single message, simple message. For printing of the simple message, I'm not passing any arguments. I will give it as no arguments. Lambda with no arguments. Okay, clear? Now why I'm going so slow is after this I can go very fast once you understand. Okay, now I will use it like R1. Okay, lambda. Can you tell me? I want to print it. Good morning, everyone. Where I have to put it on? पूरा बोल यार. मैं आधे पे रुका हूँ वहाँ पे. Lambda. అదే చెప్పిన ఆయనకు మొత్తం చెప్పమని. ఏదో లాంగ్వేజ్ తెలుగులో చెప్పాలి, ఆయనకు హిందీలో చెప్పాలి. ఆనే సరిపోతుంది నా జీవితం అంతా. పోలన్ చెప్పు. చెప్తారు ఏమని? ఏం మెసేజ్ అన్నా? గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ everyone. Okay, good morning everyone. Now this is required, this one required. Yes, this is required. This is a condition. Now the argument is optional. Okay, argument is optional. Now how to execute this one? Print of R1 parenthesis, right? Parenthesis, simple. How we are executing your function, guys? The same way. R1 off. But this is, think this is a name. Think it. Again, don't give it in the interview. Okay, don't take that one. think this is as a name and call it, but don't say that this is a name of this is a return variable. Always the question will ask this one, how to execute the lambda function. So there will be two ways is there. Usually the people will go with this one. They say that interviewer will be expecting this answer only. It is using the return keyword. Return variable will be there. Using that return variable, we are going to use it. Not the return keyword, return variable. This is a return variable using that. Now this one will go and execute this part. Okay. Now you see. This is without any argument. Okay. With one argument, I will say it. Now I want to pass on a name and I want to print out good morning, that name. I want to pass on my name, Arjun. Okay. And it has to print previously what it printed. Good morning, everyone. Now I wanted to print good morning, Arjun. Okay. I want to print like that. Now let me do this. How I'll write it? R2 is equals to lambda colon. I'm passing one argument. I'm passing my name, right? That has to be caught inside this. So one variable we require, one argument we require. I'm giving the argument name as X. Okay. Will that be okay? X. Now tell me what I have to write it over here. Good morning, comma X. Can I do this? Can I do this? Yes or no? Sure. Or can I do the plus? Do the plus. Let me try it out. I don't know that it's showing an error. Okay. Now how to execute this one, guys? With one argument. Lambda with one argument. I will write it. Lambda with one argument. Okay. Now how to call this one? Print R2 of Arjun. R2 of Arjun. Arjun is a value I'm passing on. This value will be getting into which way? Which argument? Which argument? X. X is the argument. And then here I'm printing a message combining with a variable using the plus sign. Clear, guys? Okay. Now I want to pass on the two string variables. Now lambda with two string variables. Okay. Now I will give it as R3. R3 is equals to lambda. You're clear, guys, right? Now I have to pass on what? Two string variables. So how many arguments we require? Two arguments. What are those? A comma B colon. I want to just concatenate them and print it. I want to concatenate. I want to print them together. Two variables I'm taking. I want to print it together. So here, how I'll do it? A plus B. Can I do this? Now I'm passing on the two arguments. Two arguments, two variables, two values, how I have to pass it on? R3 of, I will give it as first one is data, second one is science. Okay. Now what will be the output? Will there be any space? No space. Now if I print it, clear, guys? Now you know it, right? You know it very well. Now this is a way the lambda function is used. Any questions? Clear, guys? Now I showed you with the multiple three arguments, with one argument, no argument, with the one argument and two arguments. I've shown you all the case. Let's see the actual usage. What is the actual usage, guys? Over here, I told you. What is that? Not with a higher order function, that we will see it tomorrow. Today it will not come down. Now, okay, before getting into this, I said you there is a one more way is there where I can there is one more way is there to execute the lambda function, right? There is one more way. This is an, again, I will open this one. I will copy this. This is important, guys. Here you will see that there is no return keyword at all. Lambda 2, second method I will give it. Method 2. Okay, method 2 I am giving it. Now let's take the first one. I will just comment this all. We don't want all of them. One after the other, I will do it. Now try to understand this one, guys, very well. Now see this. Now what the R will be having? Address of the expression. You can say that address of the lambda function also. For your understanding, says the depth of that is it will hold the address of this expression. Remember this always, address of this expression. Now if I am giving it R over here, print R means what is coming down? Print R means address, right? Address. What is R is called as? Sorry? It is return variable. It is a variable, right? What is the purpose of the variable? Purpose of the variable. It will not store actually. What it will do? It will refer to a memory location. It will not store it. It is not going to store it. It will refer to a memory location. When you define it like this. Don't say that it will store it. If you want to use it, then immediately it will come down how it will store. So it refers to a memory location. So it is referring to a memory location. And there is one more name also can be given to the variable called as reference variable. Now this is referring, right? This is also called as a reference variable. What is this one? This is a return variable which is holding the reference of this one, right? That reference is nothing but the address. Okay, address. Now whichever one is, like, you can call it as an object also, no problem. Now from where you are getting the R itself is generating this, or someone is giving this R the reference? Who is giving? Lambda expression is giving. It's not, the R is not generating it. Remember this, R is just a variable. It can be anything. It can be A, it can be B, it can be C, or anything it is. It doesn't make any difference. Then whatever, if I'm giving B over here, the lambda is a one which is sharing the address to this variable. This is just a identifier. That's it. It is just a variable which refers to this address. Who is giving this address? The lambda is giving this address. Clear? Lambda is giving this address. If I print lambda, will I get this address? If I'm printing R, okay, B over here, I'm getting the address. Just see this, I'm getting the address. Now from where this address is getting into B? From the lambda, right? From the lambda expression over here, we are getting the address into B. If I print lambda, complete lambda, will I get the address? Will I get the address? Now just imagine you are buying a mobile phone. Okay, just you want to buy a mobile phone. So if you went to a shop, you got the mobile phone from there. Okay, you are getting the mobile phone from there. Now this shop person is getting the mobiles from where? From a Samsung mobile or store is there, from there is getting. Now you are going to the shop and you are getting the mobile. That person is getting the mobile from Samsung store. Now if you go to the directly Samsung store, will they give you? Store. Yes, they will give you. It is a store. It is an outlet. It will give you. This one is like this is a Samsung. You are giving the address to this and you are printing the address. If I directly go to this Samsung, people, can you give the address? It will give it. It will get it. Got it? Clear, guys? It will get it. So who is generating this address? Who is creating this address? Lambda is creating the address. Remember this. Lambda is creating the address. Clear? Okay. Now see this. In order to execute this one, how I will execute, guys? If in order to execute this statement, how I will execute it? B of P of 10, 20, 30, right? Why I'm sending 3 values? Because this is accepting the 3 arguments, 3 values it is accepting. So I'm sending 3 values. Okay. Now this, look at this one, guys. Very carefully you look at. This one is the what B? B is a return variable which is holding the address, right? Who is generating this address and giving to B? Lambda is generating the address. I proved it also over here. Both are same, right? So now this is taking as a different one. This is taking as a different one. This is taking as a different one because they are taken as 2 different lambdas. It is not same. So that's why we are getting a different address over here. Now, who is generating that? Just forget about this one. Who is generating the address? Lambda is generating. Now, this address of 10, 20, 30, I'm doing it. 10, 20, 30. So what is happening? It is executing this one. You will be getting an output. What is the output we are going to get it? 60. If I print it, 60 we are going to get it. Sorry. For the 60. Okay. Now again, remember this. Who is generating this address? B, lambda. Can I use the complete in the place of B? Can I use this complete lambda? Can I use it? I already used it over here, right? I already used it actually. Now you see this. This is my complete lambda. Okay. What is this actually? This gives us the address, right? That is stored in the B. In the place of B, I'm using this complete lambda. What is there next? Parenthesis, right? I'm putting the parenthesis over here. Can I put it the parenthesis? Just see this. In the place of lambda, I'm putting the, in the place of B, I'm putting the lambda, and in the place of this parenthesis, I'm copying it and I'm putting the parenthesis over here. Just see this. Can I do this? Huh? You can do this. All you have to do it is a small, just put this complete lambda inside the another brackets. That's it. To make it as a one thing. Okay. To this complete lambda, I'm giving a value over here. Just see this. This one is same. Okay. Now I will print it. Can I print it? Yes, you can print it. What I'm going to get it? 60. You will be getting 60 over here. Got it, guys? I hope it is clear for you. So B, previously how we executed? Using the return keyword. Now return keyword is getting the address, right? Now can I do it something like this? A of 100, 200, 200. Can I do it? Can I do the print? Yes or no? Huh? Huh? A is not having the address. That is the difference. A is not having the address. Who is giving the address? Lambda is giving the address. Now in the place, the lambda is giving the address that is stored in the B only. B only. Now in here I use the B. I will remove this one. I use the B and passed on the values. The same place in the place of B, because B is getting the address from the lambda. I'm putting on the lambda itself. Simple, guys. And I put that one entire thing into one single object in the parenthesis, and then I use this. Okay. If I'm not using this one, then entry of it will be considered. So it will be a problem. So that is the reason why I'm using a parenthesis over here. Okay, guys, clear? Now let's do this one. This one is done. Now, how to execute this one? Instead of putting on the R, how can I execute it? Take this lambda, copy it, put it down. Okay. Put it this one in the parenthesis. Good. And then empty parenthesis to execute it. Because here you see, in the place of R1, we are putting the complete lambda. Okay. But that lambda should be a one single object. I kept it inside the parenthesis. After that, there is an empty parenthesis. I use the empty parenthesis. That's it. And all you have to do it is print it. Print it, or you can put it in a variable also, guys. It's up to you how you want to deal with it. It's up to you. If you want to deal with the, put it in a assign in a variable, you will get the value, and that value you can print it. Can you get it? Good morning over here. Okay, now let's do this one. Okay, this one, how you'll do it, guys? Tell me. Lambda x colon good morning plus x, right? Now what do you do it? Put it in the parenthesis. Put it in the parenthesis. And next, what we have to do it? Argument, right? We have to pass the argument, that is Arjun. Now here you all have to do it is print. Okay, guys. Good morning, Arjun. Now this one, tell me, copy this, or let me write down this one. Lambda a comma b colon, or let's do it x comma y. Can I do it? X comma y colon x plus y. Put it everything in the parenthesis and use the parenthesis, and you say that, you know, data science over here. Okay. Anything I missed it out? Print, I have to print it. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now you have seen all these things. Now you can play with the things, how you will do it. Okay, it's up to you. How you want to go with it, it's up to you. Clear? This is the way the lambda function will be doing it. Now let's do the lambda function. I told you, right? The actual usage of the lambda over here. Not this one. Definitely not this one. We will do it this one last. This will be the last. This one we are going to do. I'll put on the lambda. Okay. I will put on the lambda inside the list. I'm having 3 lambda functions, and 3 lambda functions I want to put on inside the list. And I will call it as per my requirement. Let's do this one. List over here. Let's take it at 3 lambda, guys. So first lambda, it will accept one single parameter. Okay, it will accept one single parameter, and it will double the value, and it will print it, or triple the value. It will cube it. Lambda, okay, it will accept how many arguments? I said only one argument. I'm giving it as x, and I want to cube this one. How I'll do it? X into x into x, right? I have to cube this one. Okay, I'm doing it. This, if I want to check it out, I'm checking it out. How I'll check it out? And I will give it as 9. Okay. Now what I have to get, in order to get the output, I will print it. Let me run this one. I'm getting an error. Perfect. Okay. Clear, guys? Now this is one lambda function. I'm having one lambda function. This is working perfectly. Second lambda function I'm creating. Lambda, it will take the two parameters, a comma b, and I will put it as, you know, a plus b over here, or a into b. I will do it. What I'm doing? I'm doing the multiplication. Can I put it inside this one like this? And I will pass it on two values, right? I'll pass it on like 1000, 100 into 200. I'm passing on 2, 1. And this I want to print it. Okay, guys, let's see this. This is working or not. I'm getting an output. Perfect. Now let me do the third one. Third lambda, I'm doing it. Lambda a x, or you know, x comma y comma z. Okay. And here I will do the addition. X plus y plus z, guys. Okay. I'm giving it 3 of them. And you know what I'll do it? I will put it in the braces. And I will pass it on like, you know, 40, 90 and 180, something like this. I will pass it on. Okay, I should get the output, right? All I have to do it is print. Okay, something like this. Now when I run this one, I will get the output over here. I got the 3 of them, right? Now this is a common thing which we did it in a normally, just do it. Now I want to put them all in a list. How the list will consist of, guys? I'm taking it as list 1 is equals to, usually list will hold the multiple values 10, 20, 30, right? This is a list. Okay, guys, this is a list. And 10 is called as what? Element of the list. This is 20 is an element. 30 is an element. How many elements are there? 3 elements. Now in the place of this element, I want to put the lambda function. Copy this lambda, only lambda I'm copying it. Okay. And I'm going to put down over here. Can you see this? And next one is this one. Not this one, this one. I will copy it and I will put down the next one. Next one, I will use it this one. Okay. Then next one, I will use the, sorry. Okay, guys, how many elements are there inside the lambda now? 3 elements are there. Sorry, there is a mistake. Now this one, I will comment it. Okay. Now just see this one. Just ignore this part as of now. List 1 of what I said it previously, 10, 20 and 30. If I want to get the 20, what I will do it? List 1 of 1. When I do it 1, I will get it 20 over here, right? Now in this case, if I'm using this one, what will, I'm commenting this one. List 1 of 1 means which one will come down? Huh? This one we are going to get it, right? Multiplication. Lambda with 2 variables with expression multiplication. But this one is accepting 2 values, right? So just what is the name for this lambda? Is list 1 of 1. Okay. Now here you pass on the 2 variables. That's it. What are the 2 variables? I'm going to give it 100 and 200. Now this will give me the output. I have to use the print, simple. Or I will use the result is equals to, and I will print the result. Okay, simple. This is the same. This is referring where? This is referring to the lambda over here. And in the place of that, I'm using the list 1. That's it, because this is having the indexing, right? Got it, guys? Okay. Now I want to use the last one. How I'll do it? Let me be there. Copy it. I'll keep it down. List 1 of 2 and 3 arguments I have to pass. 100, 200 and Okay, now let me run this one. First I will get it like multiplication. Second one I will get it as, okay. Now the third one is how I will get it. First one is list one of 0. And how many arguments it's taking? Only one argument. I'm giving it as 100. Got it, guys? Clear? Any questions over here? This is what you can't do it with the traditional. You can't invoke all the 3 or 4 traditional functions into a list, and you can do the calling part from the list element, but you can't put on the business logic inside this. This is one of the usage. Yes, any number of parameters you can use. Any number of lambda, Nazia, you can do that. Now, one more simple thing I want to let you know is that you can initialize a argument over here also. Directly you can initialize. How we do it, the default argument, like that you can initialize the argument over here. Okay. Now, for example, here, I want to give it this one as 1 or 0. Means, you know, it's a default argument, just like default argument. If I'm passing on list 1 of 2, if I'm passing only 2 arguments over here, still it will work, because I'm giving a default one. Because 100 will be getting into X, 200 will be getting into Y, Z is not given, so Z will be taken as. Got it, guys? So it will work, not to worry about that one. So all the things, whatever we are done with the functions and the parameters, that will work over here. Okay. So let me do it one last thing, that is the dictionary, and we will stop the class and then we will continue with it. क्या हुआ? ज्यादा हो गया क्या? खा ले मुझे. हाँ? Already, yeah, I'm in your mouth. ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నారా भाई కొంచెం? नॉन वेज नहीं खाते? भाई वो मांस निकालो यार. Guys, see again, the lambda function is important, very, very important. Try to understand this. Okay. Now, now lambda with dictionary. Okay. Now let me print this one. We already did it. I will copy this one, guys, from here. It will be very easy for us. Now you know it, right? I can cut it off all this. Now we can do it a bit faster. Now you know it, guys. Usually what they will do it is they will stop it over here. Now this one will also not know. Again, I'm saying it. This kind of execution, usually the people will not know this. They will go with the return keyword only. If you want to check it out, you can check it out with the other guys or the people who attended the different coaching. They will just give us with the return keyword. They will not use this way most of the time. Okay, most in the interview also try to display it with the return one. If you want to display, you can do it when you are confident enough to answer all the questions. Okay. कहाँ हॉस्टल में रहते हो क्या आप? हाँ, साथ में. Now this is the lambda functions, guys. So just imagine how you will be having a dictionary DIC or D1 is equals to, we will have the parenthesis, right? Inside this, what we will have it? A key value pair, right? My key is equals to, first one is cube, right? I will keep it as C. Can I do this? Cube. And for this, what will be the value? I will put it as cube, just like this. Okay. And the second one is multiplication. M, I will do it. And here I will write it as multiply. I will use the comma, and here I will use a comma, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm taking a bit extra. Just bear it with me. We will finish it off this one. Now, next one is addition. A. Addition. Clear? Now, what is this? This is the dictionary, right? This is the dictionary. Now, I want to print M. Multiply. How you will do that? D1 of M. Okay. Quotes M. And this should be in the print, right? This will be, we have to print it value. So I will print it over here. This is the way I will do it. Okay. Multiply. Okay. Now, if I want to print A, then what you will get it? Addition. Right? Clear, guys? Now see this in the place of value over here. In the place of value, I want to keep the lambda function over here like this. I'm doing the lambda function. Can I do this? Yes, you can do it. Simple. Parenthesis is optional. Agar lagana hai to lagao, nahi lagana hai to apni marzi. Just I'm giving it like that. Now here, this one is another expression where it will take A and B, 2 arguments, and what it will do? It will do the multiplication. I'm copying it. I'm pasting it over here, guys. Clear? Now next one is addition. I will taking this one and printing it over here. Clear, guys? Any questions? Now let's this one. What is this refers to? A, D1 of A refers to lambda, which is accepting 3 arguments and it is doing the addition. Now this is the name for this lambda. Okay, this is the name for this lambda. So how many arguments it's accepting? 3. So pass it on the 3 over here. 10, 20, 30. And what you have to do, store it in a variable rest, or directly you can print it, guys. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do it. Rest over here. Then what we are going to get it? 60. Okay. Now next one, if I want to do the multiplication, rest of D1 of M. And here pass it on the 2 of them. So you will get the addition. Okay, guys. Now next one, if I want to do the cube, C. And here I will remove this 2. Then it will clear, guys. If all the keys I will give it as CCC, what will happen? Will it trigger an error? Huh? My question is what? Can you repeat my question? Are same. Keys are same. So will it trigger an error? I said no. Last one will be considered. It will not trigger it. So if I'm giving something like this, all the values as C. Okay, let me do this. Let me copy this again. Now here I'm giving it C. Here I'm giving it C. Okay. Now which one will be considered? Now this one will be, now there is, I will give it as C over here. Now see this. I'm commenting this one. This is not having any problem. This will be getting it. Because latest one will be the one which the C is referring to, not the up ones. So if I am giving two values over here, so it will not go over here. No, it will always consider this one. Trigger a value. Okay, remember that, guys. This is because why this is happening is Python will not support the overloading. Overloading क्या होता है? No, हाँ కూడా తెలియదు. ठीक है? Now, okay, this one should be A. Just I'm writing it, guys. Yeah, that's right. But the thing is, Nazia, it will not trigger an error. Remember that it will never trigger an error. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we are going to complete the lambda map. Everything we will be completing it, and if possible, we are going to get into the functions, and I will repeat the functions if possible, if the time is permits. Otherwise, the people will be like exhausted. We almost like 2.5 hours ka class hua. Almost, if it is 13 minutes, so 2.5 hours. So I don't mind in taking, because I'm used to take 9 to 6 class also continuously. So if you want, I can take it. No problem for me. చెప్పు మొమ్మడ పడద్దు, ఇస్తున్నప్పుడు తీసుకోవాలి. No, I usually, when I train with the corporate level, especially with the Deloitte or the Hexaware or this one, so the class starts at 9 o'clock and it will go till 6 o'clock. 3 दिन में Python खत्म हो जाएगा. 3 days Python finished. Data science will be finished. Complete data science will be finished in 1 month. So 15 days only, not 1 month. 15 days में खत्म हो जाएगा. क्या हुआ? कौन? अभी आप बोल रहे भूख लग रहा है यार. और एक बात बोलना भूल गया मैं. दिन का 25,000 देते हैं, तो कितने दिन का क्लास चाहिए आपको? नहीं चाहिए. सही है ना यही? ठीक है.